The Best Picture winners from the 1970s. What about them? We are here to continue the series that has already seen 4 decades. The 1970s are one of, if not the greatest decade in Oscar and film history. From timeless Mafia epics to inspiring sports dramas, and from small family dramas to the earliest examples of modern action thrillers. Let's get into it! Please help your favorite average movie guy get to 1,000 subscribers by subscribing right now. Patton, 1970. Directed by Frank J. Schaffner and starring George C. Scott and Karl Malden. The biographical war drama is about General George S. Patton, a brilliant yet controversial US military leader during World War II. The film follows his rise to prominence in the North African campaign, his rivalry with British General Montgomery in Sicily, and his temporary downfall after slapping a shell-shocked soldier. Despite this setback, he redeems himself by leading American forces in the Battle of the Bulge. As the war ends, Patton grows frustrated with political constraints, reflecting on the fleeting nature of glory. The film was critically acclaimed and a box office success, praised for its historical accuracy, epic scope, and performances. The screenplay, co-written by Francis Ford Coppola, balanced intense battle scenes with deep character exploration. Released during the Vietnam War era, the film sparked discussions on military leadership and ambition. The film was nominated 10 times at the 43rd Academy Awards, winning 7. Picture, director for Schaffner, actor for Scott, but he declined it, citing a dislike of the voting process and the concept of acting competitions. He was the first actor to do so. Original screenplay, art direction, film editing, and sound. It beat its competitors Airport, 5 Easy Pieces, Love Story, and MASH. It was a deserving winner looking back at a pretty weak year for this decade. Patton is still considered one of the greatest war films ever made. It continues to influence war films and is studied in military academies. Scott's sympathetic, unflinching portrayal of the titular general is as definitive as any performance in the history of American biopics.
You magnificent bastard, I read your book!
The French Connection, 1971. Directed by William Friedkin and starring Gene Hackman, Roy Scheider, and Fernando Rey, the neo-noir action thriller follows tough NYPD detectives Popeye Doyle and Buddy Russo as they investigate a major heroin smuggling ring. Their relentless pursuit of a French drug lord takes them through high-stakes surveillances, intense chases, and undercover operations. As they close in on the criminals, the detectives face challenges and danger, leading to a gripping, intense confrontation. The film focuses on their dogged determination and the complexity of the criminal world they are trying to dismantle. The film was highly praised for its gritty realism, intense action, and Hackman's standout performance. The film's documentary-like style and famous car chase made it a standout in crime thrillers. The film was nominated 8 times at the 44th Academy Awards, winning 5. Best Picture, Best Director for Friedkin, Best Actor for Hackman, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Film Editing. It beat a strong pool of nominees: Fiddler on the Roof, The Last Picture Show, Nicholas and Alexander, and A Clockwork Orange. Stanley Kubrick's controversial adaptation, widely regarded as a masterpiece for its thought-provoking themes and striking visual style. While Dirty Harry, the film that popularized the cop thriller with Clint Eastwood as the tough San Francisco cop, and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the beloved childhood classic praised for its creativity and Gene Wilder's unforgettable performance, weren't even nominated. Today, The French Connection is still widely regarded as a classic crime thriller. It remains highly respected for its cultural and cinematic impact and continues to influence modern cinema today.
What's Joe's last name? I don't know, man!
The Godfather, 1972. Directed by the legendary Francis Ford Coppola and starring an ensemble cast including Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, James Caan, Richard Castellano, Robert Duvall, and Diane Keaton. The epic gangster film revolves around the Corleone family, headed by Vito Corleone. The plot unfolds in 1940s New York, where Vito's youngest son Michael initially distances himself from the family's criminal activities. However, when Vito is attacked and nearly killed by rival gangsters, Michael is drawn into the family's operations to seek revenge. As Michael's involvement deepens, he gradually takes over the family business, transforming from a war hero to a ruthless mafia don, showing Michael's moral decline as he becomes more entrenched in the violent world of organized crime. The film was met with widespread critical acclaim and became an immediate box office success. Critics praised the film's portrayal of the mafia, which felt more nuanced and sophisticated than earlier films in the genre. It became one of the highest-grossing films of the time and set a new standard for crime dramas. The film was nominated 11 times at the 45th Academy Awards, winning only 3, while being expected to win big. It won Best Picture, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Actor for Brando, who followed Scott's example from 2 years earlier and also declined the award. Brando sent American Indian rights activist Sachin Littlefeather in his place, which wasn't a well-liked move by the audience. films. It surprisingly only narrowly beat its competition Cabaret, Deliverance, The Immigrants, and Sounder. The Godfather's influence on both popular culture and filmmaking is still felt today, and it is often cited as one of the best films in cinematic history, particularly of the gangster genre. It gets everything right. Not only did the film transcend expectations, it established new benchmarks for American cinema.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
The Sting, 1973. Directed by George Roy Hill and starring Paul Newman, Robert Redford, and Robert Shaw. The heist film is set in the 1930s, following a young and ambitious con artist, Johnny Hooker, who seeks out legendary grifter Henry Condorf. Together, they plan an elaborate long con against a ruthless and powerful crime boss. To succeed, they assemble a team of skilled con artists and set up an intricate scheme involving deception and psychological manipulation. As they execute their plan, they must navigate unexpected challenges, including law enforcement's interference, rival criminals, and the ever-present risk of being exposed. The film was met with widespread critical and commercial success upon its release. Critics praised its clever screenplay, stylish direction, and the charismatic performances. The ragtime soundtrack, particularly The Entertainer, contributed to its appeal as well. The film was nominated 10 times at the 46th Academy Awards, winning 7. Picture, director for Hill, original screenplay, art direction, costume design, film editing, and original score. It beat American Graffiti, Cries and Whispers, A Touch of Glass, and The Exorcist, a landmark horror film that set new standards for terror, atmosphere, and psychological intensity. While Main Street, Scorsese's raw and gritty crime film about survival in New York's Little Italy, wasn't even nominated. The Sting is still widely regarded as a classic caper film. It proves that charm, humor, and a few slick twists can add to a great film. It remains a beloved and influential film in the heist genre.
Not only are you a cheat, you're a gutless cheat as well.
The Godfather Part II, 1974. Again directed by Francis Ford Coppola and starring Al Pacino, Robert Duvall, Diane Keaton, and Robert De Niro. The sequel follows two parallel storylines: the rise of a young Vito Corleone in early 20th century New York, and the continued reign of his son Michael Corleone as he struggles to maintain power and protect his family's interests. Vito's journey explores his transformation from an immigrant seeking a better life to a powerful and respected crime leader. Meanwhile, Michael faces political and personal portrayals as he expands the family's empire while dealing with challenges from both external threats and internal conflicts. The film received widespread critical acclaim, though some initial reviews were mixed compared to its predecessor. Many praised its ambitious storytelling, performances, and its deep exploration of power and corruption. The film received 11 nominations at the 47th Academy Awards, winning 6. Picture becoming the first sequel to win, with The Lord of the Rings: Return of the King later repeating this feat. The Godfather Part 1 and 2 remain the only original and sequel combination to both win Best Picture. Director for Coppola, supporting actor for De Niro, making Vito Corleone the first character for which two different portrayals won an Oscar, as Anita from West Side Story and The Joker have also done this since. Adapted screenplay, art direction, costume design, and original score. It beat The Conversation, Lenny, The Towering Inferno, and Chinatown. Roman Polanski's neo-noir masterpiece starring Jack Nicholson and Faye Dunaway. Over time, The Godfather Part 2's reputation grew and it became widely regarded as one of the greatest sequels and even films in cinema history. The continuation of Mario Puzo's Mafia saga set new standards for sequels that have yet to be matched or broken today.
My offer is this. Nothing.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975. Directed by Milos Forman and starring Jack Nicholson, Louise Fletcher, Will Sampson, Danny DeVito, and Christopher Lloyd. The film follows Randall McMurphy, a charismatic and rebellious man who fakes insanity to avoid a prison sentence and is sent to a mental institution. Once there, he clashes with the authoritarian nurse Ratched, whose strict control of the ward stifles the patients. McMurphy's presence shakes up the routine, inspiring the other patients to assert their individuality while challenging the institution's rigid system. As tensions rise, the story explores themes of power, freedom, and the definition of sanity. The film was a critical and commercial success. It was praised for its storytelling and performances. The film's themes of rebellion and institutional control resonated with audiences, though some criticized its depiction of mental health care. The film was nominated 9 times at the 48th Academy Awards, winning 5. Best Picture, Best Director for Forman, Best Actor for Nicholson, Best Actress for Fletcher, and Best Adapted Screenplay, becoming the second of 3 films to win all 5 Academy Awards. Following It Happened One Night in 1934 and preceding The Silence of the Lambs in 1991. It beat some extremely strong competitors. These included Nashville, Jaws, Steven Spielberg's shark thriller that became the first true summer blockbuster, Barry Lyndon, Stanley Kubrick's meticulously crafted historical epic praised for its cinematography and period authenticity, and Dog Day Afternoon, the gripping crime drama featuring one of Al Pacino's best performances in tackling themes of media sensationalism and social issues. Despite these competitors, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest deservingly won and is still considered one of the greatest films ever made. Its exploration of power, freedom and institutional control remains relevant, and Nurse Ratched is an iconic villain. It remains a cultural and cinematic masterpiece.
You're not. You're no crazier than the average asshole out walking around on the streets, and that's it.
Rocky, 1976. Directed by John G. Avildsen and starring Sylvester Stallone, Talia Shire, Burt Young, Cole Weathers, and Burgess Meredith. The sports drama film follows an underdog boxer, Rocky Balboa, who is given a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to fight the world heavyweight champion Apollo Creed. As Rocky prepares for his fight, he faces personal and physical challenges, relying on his determination, heart, and resilience. The film explores themes of self-belief, perseverance, and the pursuit of greatness, focusing on Rocky's journey both in and out of the ring. The film was a critical and commercial success upon its release, praised for its inspiring story, Stallone's performance, and its portrayal of the underdog spirit. The film became a cultural phenomenon and led to multiple sequels, and even a spin-off franchise, cementing Rocky Balboa as an iconic character in cinema history. The film was nominated 9 times at the 49th Academy Awards, winning only 3. Best Picture, Best Director for Avildsen, and Best Film Editing. It beat All the President's Men, Bound for Glory, Network, and Taxi Driver, Martin Scorsese's dark and gritty psychological thriller featuring Robert De Niro as the taxi driver. It might not be the strongest Oscar winner ever, but Rocky remains a beloved classic. Story of a down-on-his-luck boxer is thoroughly predictable, but Stallone's script and stunning performance in the title role brush aside complaints. The film and its theme song have become a pop cultural phenomenon. The character of Rocky Balboa symbolizes determination, and the film's themes of perseverance still resonate with audiences today. Annie Hall, 1977. Directed by and starring Woody Allen, and also starring Diane Keaton, Tony Roberts, Carol Kane, Paul Simon, Jeanette Margolin, Shelley Duvall, and Christopher Walken. The romantic comedy is about the quirky, complicated relationship between Alvy Singer, a neurotic comedian, and Annie Hall, a free-spirited singer. The film follows their ups and downs, exploring themes of love, identity, and the challenges of relationships. Through a series of flashbacks and unique storytelling techniques, the film delves into the dynamics between the two as they navigate the complexities of their connection. The film was critically acclaimed for its innovative storytelling, sharp humor, and stand-up performances. It was a commercial success and became a landmark in romantic comedy, blending humor with introspective themes of love and relationships. The film was nominated 5 times at the 60th Academy Awards, winning 4: Best Picture, Best Director for Allen, Best Actress for Keaton, and Best Original Screenplay. It beat The Goodbye Girl, Julia, The Turning Point, as well as Star Wars. George Lucas's groundbreaking space epic, which redefined the sci-fi genre with its thrilling adventure, unforgettable characters, and cutting-edge special effects. While Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Steven Spielberg's masterpiece in science fiction focusing on humanity's first contact with extraterrestrials, wasn't even nominated. While these two sci-fi juggernauts might be more relevant today, Annie Hall remains highly regarded as a timeless classic. While it has also faced reassessment due to Woody Allen's personal controversies, it still remains influential in cinema, especially in shaping romantic comedies.
He has a chair in philosophy at Cornell.
Yeah, 2 more chairs. They got a dining room set.
The Deer Hunter, 1978. Directed by Michael Cimino and starring Robert De Niro, John Cazale, John Savage, Meryl Streep, and Christopher Walken. This powerful war drama follows a group of working-class friends from a small town in Pennsylvania. It explores their lives before, during, and after their deployment, highlighting the intense psychological and emotional effects of the war on them. Using the backdrop of war to examine how individuals cope with the harsh realities of combat and the lasting impact it has on their relationships and identities. Upon its release, the film was critically acclaimed for its powerful depiction of the Vietnam War and its psychological effects on soldiers. The film's direction, performances, and cinematography were widely praised. While some criticized its portrayal of the war, it was recognized as one of the most impactful films from the 1970s. The film received 9 nominations at the 61st Academy Awards, winning 5: Best Picture, Best Director for Cimino, Best Supporting Actor for Walken, Best Film Editing, and Best Sound. It beat Coming Home, Heaven Can Wait, Midnight Express, and An Unmarried Woman, while Grease, the iconic musical that captured the hearts of audiences with its catchy songs and energetic performances, wasn't even nominated. The Deer Hunter remains highly regarded today for its powerful portrayal of the psychological effects of war. However, some aspects, like the Russian roulette scene, have sparked re-examination. Despite these critiques, the film's impact and significance in cinema history are unquestionable today.
Come on, Mickey, come home. Just come home.
Kramer vs. Kramer in 1979. Directed by Robert Banton and starring Dustin Hoffman, Meryl Streep and Jane Alexander. This family drama focuses on Ted Kramer, a workaholic advertising executive, and his wife Joanna, who unexpectedly leaves them and their young son Billy. The film follows Ted's journey as he navigates the challenges of single parenthood, learning how to care for Billy while trying to balance his demanding career. As Ted and Billy grow closer, Joanna returns and seeks custody of their son, leading to a legal battle that forces both parents to confront their responsibilities, desires, and what's best for Billy. The film was critically acclaimed for its heartfelt portrayal of divorce and family dynamics, and the performances were widely praised as well. Its honest exploration of parenthood and relationships made it a significant cultural touchstone. The film received 9 nominations at the 62nd Academy Awards, winning 5. Best Picture, Best Director for Banton, Best Actor for Hoffman, Best Supporting Actress for Streep, and Best Adapted Screenplay. It beat All That Jazz, Breaking Away, Norma Ray, and Apocalypse Now. Francis Ford Coppola's iconic film about the Vietnam War, a surreal and powerful examination of the horrors of conflict. While Alien, Ridley Scott's revolutionary sci-fi horror film, iconic for its blend of tension, atmosphere, and groundbreaking visual effects, wasn't even nominated. Today, Kramer vs. Kramer is still highly regarded for its emotional depth and powerful performances. The film's portrayal of divorce and parenting remains impactful, though some aspects may feel dated in today's context. It continues to be celebrated as a classic family drama.
Salisbury steak.
I hate it.
You do not hate it. You had it last week and you loved it.
And there you have it, the Best Picture winners from the 1970s. Now let me ask you, which of these films is your favorite? Do you think they deserve their Oscar, or would you have picked a different winner? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe for more videos like these. I have been Dean, the average movie guy on your screen. Big thanks for watching. See you next time. Roll the credits.